Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have two teams for you for the World event, a high-level team and a low-level team. Right here, the first one is Rage Reaver, Toras, Ketris the Bull, and what did I have in the last slot? I think Sunweaver. So Taurus hits all enemies, and I think it's one of the only troops in this event that hits all enemies without doing scatter damage, like weak scatter damage. So he's not like ideal, but he so far was clearing everything in one shot. I mean, this is the beginning of the event, um, so I didn't go super deep with it, but you got Ketris's backup. If it ends up not one-shotting, you have the Rage Reaver and the Ketris and the Sunweaver as backup. So if your Toras quits one-shotting, you have all this backup that'll definitely like clear everything else up. Rage Reaver hits super hard. It's in the Soul Forge right now, and it makes a ton of red. It's so awesome. The rest of our damage dealers use red, so they both get up when you cast that Rage Reaver, which almost always gets an extra turn. And then, like, if your Toras doesn't one-shot, you can cast your Ketris. And if your Sunweaver's up, you can cast your Sunweaver on your Ketris and then cast your Ketris and just destroy anything that's left over. Like, this team definitely will work for high-level players, for sure. If you don't have, like, one of the two, you could put two of... Like, if you have two Toras, you could do that. If you have two Ketris, you could do that. If you're missing one and you don't have two of the other, you could do, like, King Minos. I think he's from the Underworld. Pretty easy to get, like a legendary. And I don't have, like, a mid-range team this time, but, you could do King Minos in one of these two, like I just said. Mix and match. Throw in a King Minos with mix and match the King Minos, the Toras, the Ketris in my low-level team, and the Rage Reaver and stuff, and you should be able to make something for the mid-range team. Just running a little behind today, so I only have the high-level and the low-level team. But with this one, like, the Toras was just getting up super quick. It's really low mana cost for a mythic, and it hits all enemies. And we got extra spell damage in this event, so it was clearing in one shot. Every single time I cast it, it cleared in one shot. So am I expecting it to continue to do that? I don't know. But that's why the Ketris is there for backup, and you can cast the Sunweaver on the Ketris if you need more power. The Rage Reaver hits super hard, makes a ton of red. It'll get them both right back up if you need to. It's just a good team with lots of good backup and one-shotting most of the time. So this is an example of a team that would be really good early and late, because early, Toras is just going to clear every easy thing in one shot, and then late, we have Ketris and Rage Reaver and stuff to clear up anything that survives. So that's the first team. That's the high-level team. All right, here's the low-level team. It's Rage Reaver with 3 Mechators. Mechator is pretty easy to get. I think it's one of the... It's like a... I think it's like a... it's not even like a legendary or anything. So this is the low-level team. And I think... Is he in the faction? Maybe? Maybe with King Minos? Mechator does splash damage, and it uses red, so it was working out really well. On that first team, I did do Shaman class, so I could 50% start all my troops on the team. And now here I'm also doing Shaman class, so I could 50% start every single Mechator. And then, the Rage Reaver does red based on Taurus allies. My whole team is Taurus. So I'm making like a ton of red. I got an extra turn like every single time I cast the Rage Reaver, it was getting an extra turn. And then it was getting up like all my damage dealers. So we were just crushing it. These bulls were on parade today. Bulls on parade. But the Mechator does splash damage, so that when you're doing splash damage as your main damage source, you kind of want to hit the 2 slot first. That way you can use all of that splash damage. You don't want to be casting on 1 or 4 first, because then you're not hitting everything you could hit. Splash damage, you hit an enemy and the 2 enemies next to it. So you always want to hit the 2nd slot, so you can do the most. You can spread all that damage out. You can use all of it. And then usually you're going to shoot on like 4 slot after that, so you can hit 4 and 3. And then sometimes there'll be something left over. You can use your last Mechator or your Rage Reaver or something. So this isn't as good as the high-level team, but that's usually how it's going to go. The high-level team has a troop that hits all enemies and just turns them to dust, and with really, really strong backup. And this team has just like 3 decent splash damage troops, but they all use red. They're all Taurus. They all have a 50% start. I think it's fine, and you can definitely make it. The more medals you get, the further your guild goes in the event. You're going to be completely fine, and it was working great. So Rage Reaver, go pick it up in the Soul Forge. It's really good with triple ferocity anyway. You need to go get it, so go pick it up. Rage Reaver, it's only 300 diamonds right now in the Soul Forge, so no excuse. There's no reason not to have it. It's a really good Guardian weapon. But yeah, that is it for today. I will have the weekly preview later on today if you just want to see like everything else going on this week. The Soul Forge, the campaign, Guild Wars, all that stuff. Come check out the weekly preview in a little bit. But that's it for the team video for the World event. Hopefully this helped y'all out. I really appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.